everyone, it's Raleigh. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be settling into my planners that I'm going to be using in 2023. The first one is the Hobonichi Weeks, which in the previous video I put in the monthly spread for that. It's the milk tea smooth cover. I really like it. And the layout and design is something I'm kind of similar with, so I'm looking forward to using that. I've also got my traveler's notebook, so this has been consistent. I've consistently used it for about 7 years now, and for the last couple with the calendar piece. And then my Hobonichi cousin also came in, so I will be opening that up as well a little bit later on. But we'll start with the traveler's notebook. So this is something I have been using consistently. I really like it. I generally keep everything in here. Although I work from home office and I don't travel as much as I used to. I still find it easier just to keep everything together, especially because the inserts are so small. So I've got this pouch insert, which I really like. And they're pretty long lasting. I think I've only had a couple over the last couple of years, but they're great for throwing a couple things in. And then I usually have 2 notebooks in, usually the calendar. This is the weekly undated, and then I have a second insert. Most of the time it's just a regular notes one, but lately I've been putting this one in here because this is what I've been using as I've been planning my planners. And then this is the back of the pouch insert, so it's got 2 nice little slots to tuck things in. And this pencil board I picked up, I haven't used a pencil board before, so we'll see how it goes, but honestly I just kind of like the aesthetic of it, so keep that in there for now. So the plan will be to replace this calendar. I'll be using the weeks instead, although I won't be keeping the weeks in here all the time like I did with that one. So for that reason, I'm gonna detach these from each other. One of the great things about the Traveler's Notebook is you can put in several inserts and combine them in different ways. Because I'm not gonna be having the weeks in there most of the time, I am gonna actually kind of separate them. And so the notebook that I usually use, like I said, it's a just regular lined one I tend to use, but this time I'm gonna try something a little bit different. And again, that's what's great about the Traveler's Notebooks, is there's all kinds of different options. So and this will get kind of retired as I finish up my planning, and that's another good reason these inserts are great, because they're not terribly costly, so you can kind of use them for a project and then let them go. So this is the notes one that I usually use, but this year I decided to go with I think it's called the Daily Free, and it holds 2 months of daily pages, but I'm not going to be using it that way. Instead, I'm using it mainly for the format, because the way it's laid out, and there's sort of 2 sets of these, so there's kind of a front page with the dates from 1 to 31, and then each page has a day dedicated to it, but the pages are numbered with the dates, and that's the piece that I'll be using. Because then, as I write notes, I tend to write them sort of grouped around ideas, if it's finance or gifts to buy, and this way if I start writing about gifts to buy, I can just make a note in the front with the corresponding number and then always kind of go back to that section. So we'll see how it works, but that's the one that I'll keep tucked in here all of the time. And I do want to I'm using the Coffee Monster Co. stickers this year, so I'm going to pop one of these on as well. Which one I think a coffee one for sure. And you can probably see, I tend to be drawn more to kind of the natural, neutral colors. I like everything to sort of coordinate. And it's a mix between being kind of simple, but then the pieces that are there that I add sort of all go together. All right, I'm gonna tuck this in here. Like I said, I'm not gonna use the elastic because the weeks will likely be coming in and out a little more frequently. But I like this. This is an easy thing to grab. If it's in my purse, I can put a couple things. And then if I'm going away for a longer time, I can rejig it a little bit to hold a little bit more. So yeah, so let's see. So the sizing isn't exact, but certainly for mostly it'll be sort of on the go a little bit. So I think that this will work out quite well. And I think it'll give it enough protection in the notebook. So yeah. So that's going to be my setup for primarily when I'm leaving the house. And onto the weeks, I'll give you a little quick tour of what I've done since I set up the month last week. So in this front section, I'm just using it to highlight dates when either I'm on vacation or the office is closed, just to make it easier when I'm booking appointments and things to have a quick reference. And then this section I'm going to be using to make note if I do setups in the Cousin in the Weeks monthly, and then if I do the weekly setups. And oh, and this washi tape is part of the collab with Wonder Pens. It's these great little fountain ink bottles that I think are really cute. So yeah, I would just want to use that to kind of track how much I'm using these. And then this was the monthly spread that I did last time. And the only thing new I added was a habit tracker because I'd gotten another order from Coffee Monster Co. And then, oh, and even though I won't be using this till January, I had bought a holiday kit, so I decided to use it just to make some notes about stuff I wanted to get done before the new year and over the holidays. And I just love the reindeer in the onesie. And I was on a roll, so I went ahead and used the weeks and set up the first week of January. I won't be using these kits every week, but I think I'll probably use them for the first week of every month. And I'll likely use it like I used my old calendar, just put to-dos, etc. in there as well. Oh, and the other thing I did do was I put in at the bottom each month any important dates, because this will be kind of my main area. So when I'm going to plan a month, I want all the important stuff. I can note future things in those sections. And then I did some work on the notes. Up top is another washi from the collab with Wonder Pens that I think is really cute. So I've broken down a couple of sections. I'll probably be adding more as I go. So the first set is going to be like a double page for each month. And this is based on something I saw from Becky at Whoops, I Did It Again Co. I'm going to put a link. She is fantastic. And she does a monthly reset where she had kind of sets goals and asks questions. So that's what I'm going to use that for. This is just some washi and a little emoji I put for my book section. I want to start tracking and reading a little bit more. And then this is pages that I'm going to be using just for the Hobonichi, putting down samples. This is my Tombow pens where I've just noted the numbers and just to see what they look like on the page. And the only other thing in here, so I am going to be using kind of general notes from the back, sort of in reverse. And this was the last washi I picked up, which is little kittens, which I think is cute. And then in this back pocket here, I just keep lists of kind of what I want to buy. This one's my next Coffee Monster Co. order. So that's where things stand with my Hobonichi weeks. All right, and lastly today, let's have a look at the Cousin. This just came in. I ordered it from Fiden Pens, kind of fairly local place to me. So I'm going to open this up, and here is Ren. She has been helping me a lot today. Well, at least I gotta say she kind of coordinates with everything. All right, I'm just getting the package open. Here we go. So this is my first time actually seeing one in real life. So. Oh, that's nice. And I think this is a good size. I'm a little nervous about the daily part, and it'll take me some time to kind of work out what goes in here versus in the weeks, but I think I'll find my way along. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm thinking maybe the daily, use it for a bit of journaling, but if you have any ideas, please let me know, because this one will be a little bit of a bigger one to tackle. And I did pick up a vinyl sticker, which I'm just going to pop on. This little peeking emoji I think is so cute. I don't know if it's peeking or a ghost, but I think it's adorable. So we're just going to put that in. And then I did get the cover. And so this is the cover. It's not designed for this, but as I understand it fits. So I am going to go ahead and put that on as well. All right, so I've got the cover on and it looks great. So I'm really excited to dive into this. I am going to be using the monthly kits from Coffee Monster Co. Their shop's been closed, but when they reopen, I'll order it. And I've started to map out how I might want to use the different sections. So hopefully soon I'll have a video on that. So yeah, this is my lineup. I'll have my Cousin, my weeks, and then my Traveler's Notebook as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment and let me know, and I will see you soon.